Cheers from Kyrgyzstan!
Today we take you off the beaten path to the country of Kyrgyzstan. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell so you don't miss a video. We take you to a new destination around the world each week.
That's amazing!
Okay, we are about to see eagle hunting. The championship eagle of Kyrgyzstan is about to chase after a fox skin. Don't worry, no animals will be harmed in this video.
This is such a great experience. Not only do we get to see the eagles up close, but we get to watch them hunt, come in for food. Just an amazing experience. I'm loving it.
Wow, they're walking way up there. Wow, incredible. Here he comes. Eagle hunting is a proud tradition in Kyrgyzstan. Men capture the birds of prey at a young age and train them to catch fox and rabbit. They keep them for 20 years and then set them free to live out their lives. Eagles live for about 30 to 50 years, so they have at least another decade or so of freedom. What an incredible experience to watch the eagles hunt. They're just so graceful and fast and powerful. It is really something you have to do when you're here in Kyrgyzstan. They are the original eagle hunters and they still do it today. The eagles stay because they are fed just enough to keep them hungry. If they know there's a regular food source, they'll come back.
This is amazing. He weighs like 7 kg. He's pretty heavy. It's pretty hard to hold your arm out like this. And he is the championship eagle of Kyrgyzstan.
Okay, we are moving on to the archery. This is very exciting. They're very skilled horsemen, and this is the way they go hunting. Okay, I am going to try some archery now. I am not a professional, okay? Okay. It's hard. It's hard to keep it on. Whoa!
Wow!
Ah! Deb is not going to be a hunter of sheep or yak or deer or anything. I did get one in the head. Let's go take a look. This one looks pretty good. It looks like it's in the jugular. I might have got him. Might have been a good death. Woo! Good morning, everybody. We are at the top of Fairytale Canyon, and what a spectacular view. Skazka Canyon is also known as Fairytale Canyon due to its fairy-tale-like castle formation. Most people visit at sunset, but we went at sunrise and had it all to ourselves. You can take a taxi to get there before the crowds, or bus tours go from Bishkek or Karokal.
Welcome to Kyrgyzstan! We're off on the horses, ready for our 3-day trek. A little bit nervous, but looks like we'll be bringing up the rear.
It is said that horses are the wings of the Kyrgyz, a nomadic people who have relied on the horse for 2,500 years to carry yurts and people over mountains. When visiting this small yet proud Central Asian country, you must take a horse trek into the stunning Jyrgalan Valley.
Looks like we're just herding some cattle.
Just riding our horses, and then some cattle drive came through. They're moving from the mountains down to warmer lands. A multi-day horse trek in Jyrgalan is not easy. The mountains are steep, it's a very rocky trail, and the high altitude is hard on both the horse and rider. But it's worth every bit of effort as the views are unlike anything you've ever seen. We spent days surrounded by mountains, wild horses, and incredible views on this adventure of a lifetime. How are you enjoying this?
I love it. It's beautiful scenery, great horses. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we have arrived at our camp for the night in this beautiful valley surrounded by horses. What a great place to spend an evening here in Kyrgyzstan.
So for Westerners like me, I gotta do my horse stretches in the morning. I'm ready.
Finish! 3 days! We did it! Wait till you see me walk. Oh. 3 days on a horse. Ow. Kyrgyzstan is one of the premier destinations on Earth to go trekking, and you should do at least one hike when you are there. Short day hikes are offered to multi-day expeditions.
See you at the top. Nearly there. Off we go. Well, you know what's worth it is to come to the Chatelet panoramic hike. You get views like this. It's beautiful for sunset and you can see all of Bozochuk Lake. Absolutely amazing and well worth it. Let's go. The Chatelet panorama hike is gorgeous at sunset.
We are at the Salty Lake, which is the second largest salt lake in the world after the Dead Sea. A lot of people come here for the healing properties of the salt and for a day out in the sun. We're at the Amalu Yurt Camp here on Bozochuk Lake. To really immerse in the culture of Kyrgyzstan, you must stay at a yurt camp. The people of Kyrgyzstan are the original nomads, and this is their traditional housing that are easily transported from the mountains to the valleys. And this is our breakfast, lunch, and dinner yurt.
Ready for another day.
The MANJYLY-ATA religious site is a place with natural hot springs that are said to heal ailments. Women and men must cover their head when entering, as it's a Muslim religious site, but once in, you are free to explore the extraordinary landscape in search of its natural springs.
Beautiful.
Kyrgyzstan is famous for its World Nomad Games, where horsemen show off their skills, dancers showcase traditional dance and costume, and people reenact the tradition of bride kidnapping. There are regular festivals around the country, so even if you're not there for the games, you must make sure to attend one. You may even spot a wedding. During the games, they also have the strange sport known as dead goat polo. So we're at the Jyrgalan festival here, and they just sawed off a goat's head that they're going to play football with. It was a little stressful moment for the poor goat at the end. I didn't think anyone wanted to see it. I watched it. It was pretty upsetting to me because they just saw it. It's not a quick, nice little thing. They kind of treat the goat like shit, and then they saw it off, and now they're going to play football with it. So, yeah, that's the culture. Literally, poor little lamb. So I thought that they played goat polo with the goat head, but apparently they play it with the whole body of the goat. Somebody said to me, and I think it's not a joke, that this tenderizes it. Now, it's pretty graphic and upsetting. However, they do eat the goat afterward. It's not like they're mass slaughtering a lot of goats. So we have to not judge and just go with it, right? The locals are pretty excited about this event. I hear they go crazy for it. It's going to be very interesting to watch. Dead goat polo dates back to the days of Genghis Khan. It is a great honor to win, as no matter what your job is in real life today, goat polo proves that you are still a true horseman. The goat is well tenderized during the game, and the winner gets to keep it and eat it. It's quite the rough brawl between horse and men, and this sport is recognized at the state level. We're at the village of Kyrgyzstan, where they make the yurts and put them together, and we're watching a yurt demonstration. Just look how quickly they can make these. Kyrgyzstan's people have been nomadic for centuries, and they move camps during the summer months to the mountains and the valleys in the winter.
So these sticks represent the union, unifying the 40 tribes.
These yurts are easily transported. Even today, farmers live a nomadic existence. They can tear down and pack up yurts in record time, and the town of Kyrgyzstan offers tourist yurt demonstrations. We are inside the yurt. It's so cozy.
Heading up the Barana Tower. Let's go.
Woohoo! Narrow. Oh, and dark. Woo-wee! That's a narrow step. Make note, don't come up with things in your hands. This is a pilgrimage site, a holy site that dates back to the 11th and 12th century, where the Silk Roads meet.
And out there are the holy tunes and the petroglyphs.
We are at the Golden Thimble Crafts Market with Janmel, and she is showing us all of the handmade work that they do, and it's spectacular. This is a lost art that she's going to start a museum to preserve and showcase all of the amazing tapestries and artistry of Kyrgyzstan. Rakpad, you're famous. That's amazing.
They're making rugs out of felt and sheep's wool, and it takes 3 months to make one of those. That's incredible. They're getting ready to set the pattern with hot water. That's pretty cool.
Now they're pulling all the water out of it, beating it. Our favorite urban center in Kyrgyzstan was Karokal. It has that laid-back feel from our old backpacker days. There's a mosque to visit, a beautiful Orthodox church, lazy cafes, and a great food scene.
Time to dig in. Our final stop here is dessert at the Fat Cat Cafe. When you're in Karokal, make sure that you try some Dungan food because it is amazing. So tasty and man, just flavors out of this world.
So we're having a traditional Dungan dish, and it's ashlan food. We get to make it ourselves. Here we go. Bon appetit.
Getting ready for lunch here, and it looks like it's a doozy. Usually it's 8 dishes. Today we're gonna have 12, but it can get up to 150 dishes for a wedding. That's a ton of food.
While in Karokal, be sure to take a sunset cruise to Bozochuk Lake. It's a relaxing way to end the evening, and make sure they have some beer on board. And finally, when you land in Kyrgyzstan, you will fly into the capital city of Bishkek. It's worth spending a day or two to take in the city's vibe. There are monuments from the Soviet era, tributes to the horsemen past, beautiful parks and markets, and memorials to the revolt that took place in 2010.
The monument of the revolution. More than 100 people died on one day in 2010 as they tried to storm the government wall. These are the names of the people who died during the revolution.
A visit to Kyrgyzstan is unlike any place you will ever be. Tourism is just starting to blossom as it slowly comes out of the grips of communism. The country still clings to its nomadic traditions tied to the Mongols, and the treks and tourist attractions are free from crowds. If you are looking for an off-the-beaten-path destination to visit, this is the place for you. And remember, before you go, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. We want to take you around the world every week.